Hi guys, today's video is about inventory valuation, and basically in accounting what you need to do is that you need to value your inventory lower of cost or at net realizable value. So this is basically an application of prudence concept, which says that we should not overstate our assets and we should not overstate our profits in accounting. So if we overvalue our inventory, we will overstate our assets and we'll also overstate our profits. So this is basically an application of prudence concept, and whenever you value your inventory at lower of cost or net realizable value, you're following the principle of prudence. Then they're saying here, what is actually the cost of inventory? Cost of inventory is basically the purchase price. So price plus any additional costs incurred in bringing the inventory ready for sale. For example, carriage inwards. So whenever you're buying inventory, you're paying transportation for bringing the inventory to your warehouse. So that becomes that transportation cost becomes the part of the cost of that inventory. So cost is basically calculated by purchase price plus carriage inwards. And for net realizable value, it is the estimated receipts from sale of inventory less any cost of repairs. So if, for example, there is damaged inventory, so what you will do is that you will subtract the cost of repairs from the expected selling price. So if you expect, let's say, that the damaged inventory, that one unit of that damaged inventory can be sold for $10, and repair costs to basically bring that damaged inventory into saleable condition, let's say you need to pay repair costs of $2. So that means your NRV will be 10 minus 2, that means that is $8. And they're saying, or cost of completing the goods or cost of selling the goods. So the selling expenses, when you have to incur some selling expenses to sell any particular inventory, that is also subtracted from your selling price. So selling price minus any selling costs is also the formula for NRV, or in some cases it can be repair costs, that you need to subtract repair costs from the selling price of the inventory. Then this table is very important. Why is it important? Because they can test you directly on this, or you can be tested on MCQs in this is particularly about this concept here. This is basically when you are overvaluing your inventory, any inventory, closing inventory or opening inventory. So in this case, they are talking about the current year, and then they are saying if you are overstating your current year's closing inventory, so what will happen then? Closing inventory is subtracted from cost of sales section. So it's the last item and it is subtracted from your cost of sales section. So if you subtract a bigger value than what you were supposed to, then that means your cost of sales will be understated, and then your profit again will be overstated, because your profit calculation is basically revenue, that is sales, minus cost of sales gives you gross profit. So cost of sales is where you record your closing inventory, and if your closing inventory is overstated, you are going to subtract a greater amount, because in the income statement you subtract closing inventory. So if you are subtracting a greater amount than what you are supposed to, that means your cost of sales will be understated then, and your gross profit will be overstated. So you need to remember this, that the relationship of closing inventory is direct with the profit. So when you overstate your closing inventory, you end up overstating your profits. So if your gross profit is overstated, your profit for the year will be overstated as well, and your capital at end is also going to be overstated. Why? Because profit is added to capital. So if you have opening capital and you have an overstated profit, so your closing capital will end up being overstated as well. So because the formula for closing capital is opening capital plus profit for the year less drawings is equal to closing capital. So closing capital ends up being overstated because your profit is overstated. And then effect on asset valuation, again asset valuation will also be overstated, because your current assets will have inventory which you have overstated. Because of that, your asset valuation in the statement of financial position, when you write closing inventory, your closing inventory will be an overstated value, and therefore your total current assets will also be overstated. Then if you are understating closing inventory, that means you are subtracting a smaller number in the cost of sales section. If you're subtracting a lesser number, that means you are overstating cost of sales, and therefore you're understating gross profit. So like I told you, closing inventory has a direct relationship with the gross profit. So here, when you are understating closing inventory, your gross profit is going to be understated, and therefore the effect of gross profit will come down on the effect on the profit for the year. So once your closing inventory is understated, gross profit will be understated, profit for the year will also be understated, capital at end will also be understated, because an understated profit will be added in capital. So capital at start, profit for the year less drawings is equal to capital at end. Again, your profit is understated, that is why your capital at end is also understated. The asset valuation, obviously in the statement of financial position you write the closing inventory, and because closing inventory is understated, your asset valuation will also be understated. In the next year, so last year's closing inventory becomes the opening inventory of next year. So when here they are saying closing inventory of last year was overstated and it becomes the opening inventory in the next year, so that means your cost of sales will be overstated, because opening inventory is added, and it's basically something that is added in cost of sales. So opening inventory will be added, that is why cost of sales will be overstated, profit will be understated. Also, something to remember here is that the relationship of opening inventory with gross profit is an indirect relationship. If you overstate opening inventory, your gross profit will be understated, and your profit for the year will also be understated. And then again, your profit for the year will be understated, and capital will have no effect. So this is interesting, because last year my capital was overstated, because last year's closing inventory was overstated and my capital was overstated. So this year what will happen is my opening capital will be overstated, but my profit will be understated. So overstatement will be cancelled off with the understatement of profit. So overstatement of opening capital and the understatement of current year's profit cancels with each other, and therefore the closing capital of this year will be a correct closing capital, where it will not be overstated or understated. And there will be no effect on asset valuation, because opening inventory is not part of current assets in the statement of financial position. Closing inventory is part of current assets in the statement. Closing inventory is part of the statement of financial position, and it comes in the current assets section. Opening inventory is not part of the statement of financial position, so current asset effect on asset valuation will be no effect. And then if, let's say, last year's closing inventory was understated. So last year I had understated some inventory, and what happened was that last year's profit was understated, last year's profit for the year was understated, last year's capital was understated, and last year's asset valuation was also understated. So last year's understated closing inventory becomes my opening inventory of this year. And when opening inventory is understated, cost of sales is understated, because a lower value is added in the opening inventory, and then cost of sales will also be will be a lower value. And then what will happen is that your profit will be overstated, because revenue minus cost of sales is your gross profit, and if it's an understated cost of sales, revenue minus cost of sales becomes overstated. So your gross profit will be overstated, and your profit for the year will also be overstated. And capital will have no effect, because last year my capital was my capital was understated. Last year's capital was understated, and this year's profit is overstated. So last year's understatement and this year's overstatement of profit will cancel with each other, and therefore there will be no effect on capital. So last year's understatement and this year's overstatement of profit cancels with each other, and there is no effect on capital. Then there is no effect on inventory asset valuation, because opening inventory is not part of current assets. Opening inventory, closing inventory is part of current assets. So this will not have any effect on the asset valuation. So that's it for this video. In the next few videos, I'll try to solve some questions on inventory valuation. Thank you so much for watching.